Andrew, I don't know if you know this, but like the beers get sweaty out.
Currently at our house, it is one of Bonnie's favorite things to do, to open the refrigerator door and see things start to fog up because it's relatively humid out here right now too.
Really? At 118? That must be amazing. That must be life-changing.
Yeah,
Like,
119.7 in my backyard weather station yesterday.
oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, please don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
There's so many other good reasons.
Yeah. No. No, so I'm in day 4, I guess, out here with a couple more to go. It's in San Diego. We're here with my brother and his 2 boys and my mom, and we're in a big house, and there's times to come together and times to go your separate ways.
Yes. Sometimes
so
you
it's-
need that.
Yeah. So, and then we got the dog, the official dog with us, Hazel, and she is. I think she's starting to get into a routine. It's always a concern when you travel with a dog and getting them to pee and poo in the same time, on a schedule. I mean, so that's happening. Brenda was out here for a while. She thought she might come back today or tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to happen. She's got a big project, so.
Now the new software, right?
Yeah, whatever that means. I don't know, but I've been there.
Guess where I am, Rob?
You are at Six Bird, winners of a bronze medal, World Beer Cup medal.
I see the plaque right on the wall right there. That's right.
Oh, that's nice. I saw that Barrio is letting their employees take the award home with them to do specific photos and share it with their family and friends. That's cool.
That's fun, yeah.
Yeah, no, kind of like the Stanley Cup, right?
You too can touch my World Beer Cup award.
Yes. I want to prepare you for some disappointment. I had the opportunity to go to the Diamondbacks Padres game, but I elected not to go. And it was a 1-0. Yeah, it was a 1-0 exciting game.
I saw that Andrew Ortega was at that game. They wrapped up their San Diego trip yesterday.
Yes, there's a couple other people that were here that I didn't run into, but John Schmidt was out here. He might be coming out again. I saw Alicia Flockhart was out here sometime. A couple other people said I was just there last week. And this is the thing, Andrew. I have not done the classic Zonie vacation in San Diego. You have done it a few times. I have really never done it. But every time I've come to San Diego, it's been for a conference, a beer conference, or Beer Business Daily Conference at Coronado Island. Homebrew, yeah. I mean, we went to Encinitas one time, Brenda and I, just on our own, but that's not, that's not your classic beach vacation. And in fact, there is a beach here, but we're in the Sunset Cliffs. You could scramble down to a small beach, but that's not how I want my helicopter ride to go.
Are you staying at OB?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're at the tip of the Sunset Cliffs Peninsula, I guess, or yeah. So it's about, if you wanted to walk to all the stuff, it'd be probably a 45-minute round tripper. But yeah. We drove so we could take the dog, and we did end up visiting McIlhenny in Alpine.
Nice.
It was still like in the 90s ish, which in the shade can be enjoyable in Arizona terms, but not after a 4-hour ride. But we stopped there for a beer. There was a private function going on with food, and we just kind of camped out and had a beer or two. Got some to go beers.
Oh, wonderful.
This is a Wizard's Wand, West Coast IPA. This is Wild Child. So, yeah. And there's a Mike Hess location up there. Yeah. There's a Mike Hess location out there too. I didn't get to go to it. But we came down, and we had to cool our heels for a little bit. So we did go to the Mike Hess location in OB. That was nice. I said,
Some Chinese food, or
no.
because right
Why?
next to the Mike Hess location across the street, there's a great Chinese restaurant.
Oh, the Noodle House? We didn't. It was a little warm. So we had the dog, and they have a patio, and everyone's really been accommodating when it comes to dogs. I would say that is the most unexpected. I guess I knew, but delight. We brought a dog out here, must have been 15, 20 years ago, and it was not as dog friendly as it is now. But I came into Mike Hess and we asked, where can we eat, and that was on the top of their list. And I did say, hey, I got a dog, and I knew it was cool. But like, if you see a dog bowl sitting outside of the front of the business, it's probably cool. And I said, well, my brother and his 18-year-old are coming. Is that okay? Knowing again, it was cool because I saw kids running around here and there. But I said, we gathered there, and I said I forgot to ask if my octogenarian, mostly non-hearing well, waiting for the grandkids, cranky grandmother would be. They said that was fine, so she drank.
They allowed her in? That's so kind.
Yes. I set her up with a liquid death, so she looked edgy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was our first day, pretty much, just settling in. I did go to Pizza Port, and made a connection with the assistant brewer. There is a Tucson brewery coming out here to do a collab tomorrow. It's Corbett.
I love it.
The brewer out there used to work out here, so maybe I'll drop in there tomorrow and say hello. I guess they're trying to get something done for GABF. My assumption would be metal stuff, right?
I mean, there is a collab category, right?
Yeah. Speaking of, you had the list of GABF beers that we're serving.
Yes.
Should I look it up for you?
Are you ready?
Oh, you have it. Okay.
In my head. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll check your work with the text you sent me. So.
Yes, I'm just going to open that up right now. We have Lumberyard Brewing Company's Railhead Red.
A silver medal winning beer.
Silver medal winning in the ESB category.
Yes.
Right behind Sierra Nevada Pale. Another beer we're bringing is Barrio's Presidio Pale. So it's
Presidio Pale.
Celebrating the 75th year. Seems like it'd be more than that.
Yes. Oh, before that is not their Rojo Red, their award-winning brown ale.
Right.
World Beer Cup. I just wanted to mention that when Gary posted the picture, Gary the brewer from Barrio posted his picture with his horse and the award. I said, "Hey Gary, is that a brown horse or a red horse?" Sorry. That's 2 beers.
We have Wrenhouse Spellbinder, which has won several awards.
Yep.
Got Saddle Mountain Now. It's their blonde that in the most recent World Beer Cup won a bronze.
Yes.
And then we have Oso's 988 Hoppy Lager.
Right. Not an award winner per se, but certainly a beer that deserves mention, has some notoriety, has a great cause.
Right. Known around the country for that 988 project they put together.
Right. 988 being the National Suicide
Crisis Lifeline.
Crisis Lifeline. There you go. I just like to call it a hotline. I don't know why.
To do that though, yeah. They definitely have the branding on that.
Yeah, no. And it is a number for people, anyone to ask questions about suicide. Look for signs for their friends, family, co-workers, or obviously if it's something that is on your mind, that's a great number to reach
And
out
we've
to.
spoken about this before on the show, but I called the 988 crisis lifeline one time after dealing with someone who is clearly in crisis, and I felt helpless and wanted to know how better to handle the situation, which everyone that was in the space said I did great, but for me it was just a lot. So
Sure.
reached out to get some more resources and just get some general guidelines on how to help someone like that. So very helpful
Excellent.
for people who are not themselves necessarily in crisis as well.
Are we recording this?
Yes.
Okay. I don't remember hearing the recording.
Oh yes, it did that.
Okay. I'm just...
So I am at Six Bird Cider. They recently opened a Tempe production facility and taproom. It's gorgeous. I love the branding. I suppose I could make a little tour turnaround thing here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow.
There's the
That
bar.
is wonderful. Yeah.
So their dad actually made the bar. He's a carpenter. And they made all the tables. There's some cabinets here, did the backsplash. They basically put everything together.
Wow.
There's our production area with some big new tanks they got from Locust Cider. So now they have significantly more capacity for making cider. And they're also an allied Arizona beverage producer of the Guild.
Wonderful.
Which is really nice that we have people like Below the Rim Meadery, Superstition. Not that Superstition's a member, but they definitely support us at our events. So it's great to have friends in the industry because we all go through a lot of the same things. So it's nice to I just popped in and said, hey, is it cool if I record?
Right on. No, great. Speaking of, I need to get with you offline about a request from a cidery through Barkley about some tax issues. So I'll get with you at that later.
All right.
The answer is going to be yes, but more. What else can we do? So that's the hint.
I am drinking the mojito cider. Because I'm kind of like getting into mint a lot lately.
Yeah. When you were up, do you remember that we have a couple mint plants in our backyard in Flagstaff? And it's funny because it's on the path where you get your bikes, and you can't help but drive over it so every time we get the bikes out, someone smells like mint, which is kind of weird, you know?
I also have a little sample of their strawberry watermelon that he says is going off the hooks right now. Most popular summer brand they have.
Yeah.
Nice. Very dry, which is what I really appreciate.
I've been itching to try this. My friend, I don't know if you know him, Dominic Armato, used to write for many publications, kind of doing his own editing for the New Times Now and his own personal journey. He happened upon an idea to do a bacon, watermelon and lettuce sandwich instead of a bacon, lettuce, and tomato. And he says it's wonderful. So I'm itching to try that.
Okay.
And all it takes is buying a watermelon.
It's wild, right? But that's cool.
Yeah. My mom wants to know if I want coffee. My mom is signaling coffee. No, I don't want any more coffee. Mom, I'm on a call, so you'll have to just sit quietly. I can't acknowledge you, okay?
What? Okay.
I'm on a call.
I know.
Please leave me.
I know. That's what I said. You want a coffee?
I don't need anything, no.
I'll take that back then.
Okay. You can sit anywhere you want and hang out, but I need to be on this call. Okay. All right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, fine. You do what you do.
Okay.
Well, we just passed 4th of July Tell me
Yeah.
about your little 4th of July good times. Or where's the beer value?
I was in Flagstaff. They did a drone show. They have fire restrictions. I didn't hear any fireworks the entire weekend. Actually, I've heard fireworks here now a couple times in San Diego. Someone's letting them off in probably the marina area. I don't know. No, it was pretty casual. Just on the bikes, watched the parade. Shook hands with Adrian Fontes. Saw Governor Hobbs there. I didn't see any other politicians from the Republican Party. It's not a campaign year, so you would expect. I'm sure if you held a statewide office, you probably were in Prescott or Tucson as well. So yeah.
Oh yeah, 4th of July, got to get out there and shake all the hands, right?
Yeah, but again, not
Campaign season.
Yeah. So that was really it. I mean, nothing exceptional. I mean, I have some other beer value things here, I guess. We could talk about. How about you? Did you have a 4th of July beer focused adventure or no?
No,
Okay.
it was not. It was fine. It was fine. There
Yeah.
were plenty of fireworks right next to my house that were super loud, so that was very annoying.
Yeah.
People
Huh.
think the park is just a place to go put off all the fireworks. Instead of in front of their own house, they do it in front of mine. But it's one of the things that you know when you move in next to the park.
Yeah. This particular street is a gathering point for watching the sunset every night, and sometimes they stay till midnight and rev their cars. And I've never been so keenly aware of car alarms going off. I don't know what it is. Like, you park your car and you set off the alarm. I like literally 4, 5, 6 times a night you hear a car alarm going off in front of, like, it's not like there's a bunch of thievery going around.
That seems quite odd.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
let's
I
talk
think-
beer news.
Yeah. Oh, I have some beer news. You have some beer news?
Well, yeah. I mean, I look at beer things. One thing was, what the hell is going on with Anchor? Can you find out while you're in California? What's going on
Yeah,
with
I'm
Anchor?
gonna make a call. Yeah, I heard that they are not now possibly going to open the brewery.
Oh man.
That's what I saw, but it was only single source, and I didn't get a chance to read the article. But that is, I mean, it's not surprising because nothing has really happened in a while, and I don't know. That person, the owner, is outside of our beer circle, but I can ask.
Hey, remember when there was the big concern in the industry that the USDA was going to make no alcohol is a safe limit?
Yes.
So do we know what happened instead?
No.
They removed all alcohol guidance, period. There is no comment on alcohol.
Well, that's interesting. That seems like a.
Drinks per day, and now they're like, whatever.
I mean, it sounds like a win, but it doesn't feel like a win.
Yeah. I mean, our industry as a whole could do a better job of paying attention to the inherent problems with alcohol. But I don't know where no comment really fits into helping with anything anywhere.
It might be that they've laid off so many employees that
Yeah.
it's just unanswerable right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, we'll get more information about that when I go to DC next week.
Oh yeah.
So I'm getting the schedule. I think I'm meeting with Cisco Money's office for sure, staffer.
Are we going to
Schweiker.
have an answer to the Grijalva's question by then, or no?
No, that would be a special election. I don't know when that is.
It was this week.
Oh, really? I haven't. I better brush up on that. I don't know. I don't know. I know it's a three-way race, more or less. So there would have to be the Democratic primary first.
Maybe not. If it's a special election, we don't necessarily have to have all of that. You don't go through all those steps. But
all right,
I do
we'll look
know
into it.
that a 25-year-old young lady is currently lighting up that race.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Saw it on the news. I saw another article today about the oldest homebrew clubs help spark the craft beer explosion. And they talk about the Maltose Falcons and Connecticut's Underground Brewers.
Right.
That's a Forbes article, but it was really cool to read and see like the appreciation that can break through. I mean, we know that here in Arizona, our local homebrew club was the homebrew club of the year at their national conference or national competition. And that one of the members, Tyler, was named the Ninkasi winner, which is the top point winner in the entire country for his homebrew, which is a huge achievement.
Yeah, I guess he had like a dozen in the final round and pulled away with 6 medals, which is, I mean, that's really spectacular. That's our third Ninkasi winner since I've been with the club.
And Alan was the maker of the year in his categories too.
Right. Well, I'm not quickly getting an answer on the election, but we'll save that for after DC. But thank you for that. I forget sometimes, like, we didn't talk about that on the show. The Ash doing an incredible job lately. Really proud of what they're doing, and this is why it's going to take another set of homebrewers to get involved in the industry at some point, and we'll do this all over again.
Right.
Speaking of, there was an article in VinePair that I saw this morning from Kate Bernat, and it basically says that the investors for the alcohol space have changed, or the zeal for investing in alcohol has changed, and it kind of goes into the different reasons for that. I'm not sure if you heard that. That was some of the fart can nonsense I have to put up with us on this road here. Cars. Did you hear that exhaust? Oh, okay. That's because I got these on. Great. Every small car has a fart can on it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, where was I? I must be inhaling the. Oh yeah. I must be inhaling the CO2 fumes. Yeah. Well, everybody's had some excitement based off of everybody being involved in alcohol during the pandemic. That sort of trope, and no one really was digging deeper until the next piece of news was what we talked about, the no safe amount cancer causing agents in alcohol, and all the things maybe associated with the Maha movement. And the long story short is you really have to, as with all things in investing, you really have to dig deeper and find there's still rich categories or projects to fund, but you really got to dig deeper. It's not just some blanket, like it's a mutual fund, right? And you have to understand the demographics. and how things will turn around once people have a little bit more money in their pockets. It's definitely true that there's an income disparity in some of the generations after Gen X. But those things, they said basically, you know, in the 10-year horizon on alcohol, because it's so large, it would be silly to sort of walk away from entirely. But there was there were a lot of nice poll quotes from here, which I'm failing to find right now. But the gist is that with all things investing, you can't just throw your money. You're throwing money into something that you like, and you shouldn't do that indiscriminately. The poll quote I saw here was, "Alcohol is built into habit, ritual, and culture in ways that other things aren't," and that's generally true. So, something to read.
Yeah, the trend of Hollywood stars and music personalities launching brands has not stopped, but it's changed. Tom Holland has his Nope beer. He has an NA brand that launched nationally.
Oh, okay.
Right, like that.
Yeah. There is some mention of THC beverage getting into space. Also, what is it? It was a new word for me. Hang on. Adaptogenic soda. Does that mean anything to you? I think it really is. It implies some sort of, herbal relaxation, health positive effect. But as you would expect, there's no definition of it. So
these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration.
Right.
Kind of stuff. Yeah.
So natural substances, herbs, mushrooms believed to help the body resist damaging effects of stress. That's what it is. But again, there's no definitive definition in terms of consumer packaged goods, right? So, and as we know, we can't just put things willy-nilly on beer labels. Can't have a health claim. So, of course, THC and sodas and non-alcoholic products can have the run room to add those things in without the alcohol restriction laws. So
I did see an article that you forwarded today from the Brewers Association regarding the new budget bill and its implication on breweries.
Yes. So it makes permanent the IRS 20% credits to LLCs and S corporations. So this is the tax change that the so-called Trump tax permanence, but it also includes LLCs and S corporations. And the author of the piece sent out through the Brewers Association is our Government Affairs Vice President, Mark Serini. So he's saying, like, all these other corporate tax benefits are now being passed through to LLCs and S corporations, which are more likely to be the kind of corporate structure that a craft brewery would have. That's point one. And I know there's some mixed feelings on even talking about a lot of these things in the context of the entire bill and using the One Big Beautiful Bill moniker. I'm sure that we're going to have members who are, why are we writing about this? Why do we care? Is this a bad message? For all of that, and we'll list the other four. This is just a statement. There's literally no other. It's very lean. There's no other information. Like, if it was something that I think the BA wanted to celebrate, this would have been a much larger article. It's, you know what I'm saying? There's some heartburn about it, I'm sure.
Right. Sure.
the R&D credits are back, and those are things that you've talked about quite a bit.
Yeah, the R&D credit being permanent is huge.
Right. This would be introducing new hops, new techniques, experimental beers. I mean, you've actually utilized this when you were brewing, right?
So you can write off the cost of those ingredients on your annual income taxes, not your luxury taxes, not your excise taxes. And they can be written off in the year that you incurred those costs. In the past, it had been spread across 10 years, and then there was a temporary change to immediately that came about in 2020 to help with innovation to get the economy kickstarted again. And it went away last year. It just did not get reauthorized, and then this new budget has reauthorized those again.
Nice. No, I know that that was the talking point that you over the last couple of years when you've been in DC that you've handled very nicely for us, and I'm glad I don't have to talk about it because you have the firsthand knowledge and it's done. So I guess we'll be doing a thank you for that.
There's bonus depreciation for many business expenses. I'm not sure what that is, but
yeah, we'll have to find out more for that. And when we do go to DC, we will probably be talking about it in passing and just thanking for the support, although that would only be the Republicans that supported this.
Right.
And then there's a piece on here about CO2, and my shorthand for this, and you can correct me if I'm wrong if you have a different reading, is there is a difference in CO2 capture, and one is more the province of a huge operation, and then there's the smaller operations, and they're put on the same footing. So to me, that means a smaller craft brewer who is using a CO2 recapture technique is going to qualify for the same tax benefit. Does that make sense?
In the past, it had been the minimum threshold to take the tax credit is some ungodly huge amount. So you have to just think more like companies that make ethanol from corn. They also make a bunch of CO2, and if they can capture that instead of letting out in the atmosphere, then they can take a credit on it. And like I said, the amount that it had to be was so huge, no craft brewery or probably any brewery would be able to reap those benefits, but that threshold has been lowered to zero. So all of the CO2 that you can capture or mitigate, you can get a credit on that.
That's good. And we do know some people who, of our members, who are in that space, or have.
And not really, no.
Well, no. I mean, they've used these techniques. They may have gotten away from them because of it wasn't as lucrative as they thought to capture that. I'm just saying that at least 2 breweries come to mind that have used CO2 recapture that might cause them to reconsider if they've gotten off of it.
Yeah.
All right. The final one is the tax credit for tipped workers, and this is, I think, where most people are going to have an issue because you're basically not taxed on the first $25,000 of your tipped income, and then you would have to itemize your taxes and not use the $15,000 standard deduction. And this constitutes maybe the smallest portion of people who are tipped workers. And it's only through 2028. I think if you're a tipped worker and you've never itemized, I think it would be a big red flag to itemize for 2 or 3 years and then go back to whatever you're doing. I think there is a high likelihood that most people aren't claiming all of their tips anyway. This is a nothing burger in terms of a benefit, in my opinion. It's just so they can say, we're not taxing you on tips.
And it's not accurate, but that's not necessarily the thing that...
I don't know. the taxes on tips and the taxes on overtime seems like a tool for some people in the industry to screw their workers over. That's just my opinion. Not an official opinion of the Brewers Association. Yes.
There is an event at Boulders on Southern. I'm going to be emceeing. There's a young man who worked with me at Uncle Bear's, and he has recently been diagnosed with leukemia. So Nick Reyes has taken up the torch and has put together an event at Boulders. There's going to be a dunk tank. Mark LaRue is going to be spinning some vinyl. It's just going to be a good get-together time. And I saw the list of the donations that Nick got. He has 162 different donations. We're going to bundle some of those together, but there's a lot of stuff going up on auction tomorrow. And we're running all of those proceeds through the Arizona Craft Brewers Foundation to make sure that neither that Boulders doesn't have any problems with their suppliers providing things of value issues, and also so that Juan does not get into a tax corner.
Right.
He gets he receives the benefit of all the generous people that are going to be auction recipients. So glad that we can help out in that way.
Excellent. I'm sad to be missing that. Nick gave me the heads up about it, and this was the wrong week for me, but I totally fully support that.
Can't do all the things, Rob.
No. Well, do you have any other news?
I don't have any other news today.
Well, let me just recount a few things that I've done while I'm here. I mentioned Port Brewing Company. I mentioned McIlhenny, and I'm actually going to crack a beer now. This is Pizza Port's Summer Visit IPA.
Nice.
Yeah. But I also went to a brewery, the Shelter Island Village, I guess across the peninsula. It's in the marina that sort of faces San Diego proper. And it's just a tap room. It's all outdoors, more or less. I mean, they have a small hut. But I had a smoked Helles. It was wonderful.
Ooh, there you go.
They had some barbecue there. And you're sitting there and you're staring at the marina. And my question for you, Andrew, isn't that a boat parking lot?
Yeah.
And what is different about looking at a bunch of white boats on blue water than multicolored cars on a piece of asphalt? I mean, it is, right? It definitely is, right? I'm just saying, isn't it odd that we would drink in a boat parking lot?
Well, I mean, boats have to be parked a lot because they're difficult.
Yeah. What else did I do? Oh, I went to Kilowatt Brewing Company, or their tap room, right?
Yeah, my buddy.
Yeah. Well, first I was on my way there, and then I just saw a dog bowl in front of a brewery-looking place, and I dropped into California Wild Ales. And they had a sort of a fun vibe there, so I hung out there, drank a few sour beers. Saison, You Crazy Diamond. Was that what I said? No. Is that the one I sent you? Yeah. Although they used the wrong album cover for that artwork. It was more of a sour than a Saison. I don't think you would have enjoyed it in the same way that you do normal Saisons. Had a couple of the beers, a West Coast IPA there. And then I trotted down to Kilowatt. And they had a beer called K-Pop. Are you familiar with Korean lagers, Andrew?
I have not been to the Korean lager side of the lager family yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Well, it just reminded me that we had discussed the inclusion of Mexican lagers as a category in World Beer Cup. And I'm assuming GABF. I know they're not 1-to-1 on categories, but and how we thought that was, well, I thought it was a good thing, but you know, I would have a hard time explaining the difference now between an American, Canadian, Mexican, a Japanese, and a Korean lager. And I just don't think there is a definition. And we should just stop worrying about it. It's definitely marketing, right? A K-pop Korean lager. I mean, there are Korean breweries that make beer, and do they, as an entirety, do they have a distinct product? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. What do you think?
What was the Korean part of the specific one that you had?
It just it was just from the menu, a clean, crisp, refreshing Pilsner brewed with Pilsner malt and rice. So rice, you can sort of, you still have American beers, you still have Japanese beers, and you still have Canadian beers, maybe? No, not so much. But I don't know what, you know, it might. Yeah, but there's not an Italian lager. I don't know. Like, and in the end, I just decided to drink it, and it was good for what it was. You know, but I'm just, if someone asked you the difference, how would you even contemplate answering that? I know it when I taste it. Or
I know it's a Korean lager when I taste it. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's identified as a style, but I mean, it's a marketing term. It's supposed to evoke a feeling if you have some sort of experience with Korea or Korean lagers or Korean barbecue, I guess. I don't know, like, right? It's, for a marketing term, it's perfectly fine, right? I mean, marketing, you can say anything you want.
Location in Kearney Mesa, the original space, and maybe current brewery, I haven't kept up with them that closely, is next to a karaoke bar.
Okay. It doesn't say it. Is that the rice or the malt evoking karaoke?
Tough to say, but I think it's a good tie-in with their potential
Yeah. Okay.
overflow customers.
Believe me, I would love to see more beers say that they're Korean style lagers, because I think it's, as a Korean person, I think it's fun. It's fun to try to get more people in beer, right? Or more people who just think, oh, I only drink these lagers when I go eat sushi, to maybe feel comfortable going somewhere and ordering a beer. I don't know. It's there's no answer here. I was very clear that I thought it was a good delineation for competition, and then I was struck in the face with this. I mean, I knew there were other people making Korean lagers. I just never had one in front of me and going like, you know. And I thought about the vast number of beers I would never be able to tell the difference between any of these. That's all.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, but we got a good 5 or 6 minutes out of conversation on that. So how bad could it be?
I hope other people do too.
Yeah,
all right, let's wrap this thing up, Rob.
All right, let me just check my notes because I don't want to miss anything. I hate missing stuff because then, you know, it's too hard to bring up again later. California, I think I hit it all. I will try to make it to port, maybe get some content for some other show moving forward, and this time around I will try to make an effort to bring some beer back for you. So if there's something that you want to message me about, I'll see if I can slip it into the trunk.
Bring me some Kilowatt. Oh, I have one other thing to mention is that our new board was seated on Tuesday.
Oh, this is exciting. I haven't heard this news.
Yes, Tuesday, July 8th, our new board is there. We have not established the officers yet. They want to have appointed members invited to be part of that discussion. So in 2 weeks, we're meeting again to wrap all that up. The
Okay.
Arizona Craft Beer Awards is another hot topic right now. The Arizona Historic Society Tempe Museum is unfortunately having HVAC work done during the month of August. So our plan to have our ceremony in August is unfortunately not going to happen. It will have to be pushed to September, but that does take out the double drop-off situation for GABF and for our awards. So we'll see how that all works out. The timing is a little weird. We'll see. And then the Arizona Craft Beer Awards Festival, which is a product of Phoenix Magazine, is going to be combined with the Fest that they also hold. They do not have a venue or a date at this time, so we're not going to do too much to slow down our competition simply because of their festival.
Right.
Certainly we want it to be successful, have another opportunity for our breweries to showcase those beers that won awards, and excited about that, but we're just gonna have to move forward without that as a particularly specific part of this whole thing.
Okay. Alrighty.
So that's all I got.
Well, I'm glad people are still tuning in to this thing that we are saying is not a beer podcast. It's a podcast about beer.
True. Sometimes the cider finds you.
Yeah, sometimes. Say hello to everyone over there, and I will see you next week.
Right on.
Cheers. Arizona is a wildly beautiful place, brimming with over 100 brewing companies.
I'm Rob Fullmer, the Director of Government and Community Affairs for the Arizona Craft Brewers Guild. I'm joined by Executive Director Andrew Bauman.
Together we cover the state, bringing you the best of what's happening at our breweries and beyond. Welcome to Arizona Beer